Hi again. Okay, we're going to have a look at a 1 octave C major scale. Now 1 octave in this case is from the C to the next C up, which is 8 notes, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So we've only got 5 fingers, so we need an extra 3 to help get there without getting tangled up. So what we're going to do is start with the first 3 fingers, and then we're going to slide the thumb underneath onto the side of the thumb and continue to the little finger. When we get to the little finger, we come back down to our thumb and then put our 3rd finger over to the E, D, C. Try not to twist your elbows out when you put your thumb underneath. Try to keep that tucked in. Okay, let's try the left hand from middle C. So we're going to go B, A, thumb under, then back up to the thumb and over with the 3rd. So if you practice each hand separately, and when you've got them pretty right, let's try them both hands together. So that's contrary motion. Now we're going to have a look at the left hand, starting on the first C down from middle C next to the doggy D. And this time it's like starting halfway through the scale going down. So we're starting with our little finger going up to our thumb and over and then under and down. Let's try that. Up to the thumb, then over 3, 2, 1, down to 3, then thumb under. So practice that as much as you can, and then we'll try and join. Now this will be a lot trickier because you're using different fingers at the same time, except for the thirds. So we're starting with the C's, D's, E's, thumb under for the right, over for the left, for the 3rd finger, thumb under for the left, 3rd over for the right. Try and keep the speed of the scales exactly the same. Don't go. Right, we're going to have a look at the 5-1-3-1 exercise that was done in the first lesson. So we're going to, this time for part 2, is play every right hand 5-note scale note every second time a note plays in the left hand. So that'll be on the 5th finger, not the thumb, the 3rd finger, not the thumb. So we've got again, finishing the right hand on the doggy D between the 2 black notes. And the important thing is not to go too fast. You need each of these sections to be played at the same tempo for what the left hand notes are playing. So the first section must be as slow as the second section. Practice hard. Okay, we're going to have a look at the staff. The staff is made up of 5 lines, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, counting from the bottom always, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and spaces in between, space 1, 2, 3, 4, and again, space 1, 2, 3, 4. So 1 is for the right hand, and the bottom one is for the left hand. So we use a clef sign. This is a treble clef. It's starting on line number 2 and goes around, up and down with the tail on the bottom. It's for the right hand, and the bass clef starts on line 1, 2, 3, 4. It's like a half a heart shape and 2 little dots and spaces 3 and 4. So we're going to look at the first 5 notes in the right hand from middle C. So middle C is there. The next possible posse that one can go is underneath the line, which is a D. It's a space note. Doggy D, under the fence. Makes sense. Then the next one is an E, the next letter. And then we've got, that's a line note. Now we've got a space note, F for face. And then we've got, on the second line, we've got the treble clef starting. That's also called the G clef because it starts on the letter G on that line. So we've got C, D, E, F for face, G for the G clef at the moment. The next one is for the left hand, and so this is our middle C also for the left hand because it's the same note. So we're going to go back down to B, and this is the bumblebee on top of the fence. Pretending this is a fence. The letter before B is A. And then the letter before that is G for grass. Space note. And then we've got a line note which is on the same place that the bass clef starts, and it's also called an F clef. That's our F. So left hand is C, B, A, G, F. Right hand is C, D, E, F, G. You need to learn these inside out and upside down because they'll never change. It's a case of just remembering them. Now I'm going to do an introduction to the blues for the left hand. So we've got intervals. So between one note and say another note played, we include the first and second note, 1, 2, 3. So that is a third. We could go from here to here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That is a fifth. We could do from here up to here. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That is a sixth, the distance between the two notes. So we're going to start on not our first C down, but our second C down. So we're going to use our little finger on the C next to the doggy D and use the thumb on the G. So we're going to play a fifth, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And the thumb says, I'm sick of this already. I want to move up to the next note. So we're going to end up playing a sixth. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then he goes back, the thumb. So the little finger is on the C, and we're going to call that the C position as far as the chords go. The next one we want to do is we want to come up to the F. So the little finger C, D, E, F is going to go on the F, and we're going to do our fifths. Then the thumb goes up. And then we've got one more to learn, and our little finger has to go up to the G, which is the G position, and play the fifth, and the 6th, 5th, 6th, 5th, 6th, 5th, 6th. We need to be able to change these positions, so the combinations we need is from a C, we'll play in groups of 4s, 1, 2, 3, 4, up to F, 3, 4, back to C. Okay, another combination is going from a C to a G. So we'll do the C group of 4 first. C, 2, 3, 4, up to G. And the other combination we need is going from the G to the F. So we've got, starting on the G, C, D, E, F, G, and we're going back to that one. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. We're now going to have a look at a chord chart, very basic, for 12-bar blues, using the left-hand positions that we've just learnt. So we've got 4 beats in a bar. So we've got one symbol C position, and we've got to play 4 counts or 4 beats using the 5th, the 6th, the 5th, the 6th, and again, same, 5th, 6th, 5th, 6th, again and again. Then we've got to move to the F position and play 5th, 6th, 5th, 6th, and again. And then we've got to go back to C, 5th, 6th, 5th, 6th, and then again. And then we move to the G, 5th, 6th, 5th, 6th, and then we've got to go to F, 5th, 6th, 5th, 6th, and then back to C, 5th, 6th, 5th, 6th, and again. Often students will hesitate between moving positions, and that's normal until they become more familiar with the patterns. So we'll just keep it slow after 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 6th, 5th, 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 to F, 5th, 6th, 5th, 6th, 5th, 6th, 5th, 6th, back to C, 2, 3, 4, 5th, 6th, 5th, 6th, G, 2, 3, then to F, 6th, 5th, 6th, back to C, 6th, 5th, 6th, 5th, 6th, 5th, 6th. Wow. Practice heaps and heaps to see if you can get that to a standard of about 80 beats a minute. You can Google it, metronome, M-E-T-R-O-N, metronome, O-M-E. And it'll come up and you can put it on to maybe 75 beats a minute. When you can do that, put it on 80 beats a minute. And I wouldn't go too much faster than that. Maybe 85, but not any faster.